Hey guys, you might recognize this place from our very first video, or recently from the Freestyle Ice Skater game. Countless friendships, 2 marriages, countless hours of fun, even this YouTube channel, and now a PC game, all thanks to this special place. But how did I end up spending 5 years of my free time for a game? We need to rewind almost 15 years. The rink was essentially our second home from every November till March. Until... We were heartbroken when we received the news of the permanent closure and the deconstruction of the rink. We only had a chance to upload one video, barely stepping on a path of something amazing, and it seemed we had already reached the end of the road. It was devastatingly clear that the team was going to disband after that. Only a few of us remained. Despite the setback, we worked hard on creating new videos and bringing fresh tutorials for you. Out of the blue, one day my former classmate texted me saying, "Hey, we're working on a product that can capture movement data. Would you do a few tricks on ice for me?" Little did I know that this casual encounter would soon evolve into the beginning of a 5 years long game making project. I said why not, of course, so we went on to capture some tricks. As agreed, I could also keep the measurements, but to utilize them in my tutorials, I realized I needed to dive into the world of 3D. So I took a quick course on learning the basics of modeling and 3D animations, just for the sake of tutorials at that point. Later I discovered photogrammetry, a technique for reconstructing objects from a bunch of photos. I knew I could take my tutorials a step further by using more realistic models. Note how the tutorials remain my primary focus. As I was experimenting, my sixth sense told me to revisit the old rink and capture the essence of the place. Turned out that was my last time to see it in its full glory. I mean, just look at this place. The next time I went back, the barriers were missing, the place was littered, and then the fence and other structures disappeared too. It was at that very moment that I realized I had the power to resurrect people's old memories. I had everything in my hand to create a model of the place and bring it back to life once more. So the work has begun. It took 2 years to finish the modeling of the rink, and as you could see, I had quite some challenges. I couldn't measure everything since the environment had already changed by the time I started. I had to find reference points in older videos. I was bothering people to send photos in hope of finding some usable textures. And that was just the modeling part, the programming challenges were yet to come. I delved into programming tutorials, and quite often I heard the advice not to start with a 2 or 3 years long project. Boy, I already had 2 years in it, and that was just the beginning. This was my absolute first prototype. One kind of looping animation I just cut from one of the captures and some basic movement. Importing the ring model definitely boosted my morale. At first I was shooting only for our favorite round-based game, the one we still play today, and which has literally a different name in any language. An interesting fact is that each and every player is anticipating your future position based on your speed and direction. They are not directly chasing or evading you, instead they will predict where you will be. Notice how he still keeps coming towards our current position, knowing that we'll move away, until we change direction. Later I added different behaviors for the NPCs. There are lazy players, uninterested in catching you, there are stubborn ones who will always chase you, and the default when they just give up once you have an advantage. They detect deadlocks between each other and, oh man, the inverse kinematics for the hand. Sometimes it's still buggy up to this day. Seeing the progress, I decided to extend the game, introducing additional maps and the story mode. And some quests, like this drunk challenge. where picking up beers reverse your turn directions.
That was actually great.
And some achievements, just for fun. I'm especially proud of the Ice Caverns map, featuring a handful of absurd challenges, like this jump. Could you figure it out? It seems impossible. I aged like 10 years in that 5 years because of all the issues, especially programming ones. Obviously, as this is an indie game, a lot of compromises had to be made on every level. But hey, we have 5 maps in there. 3 of those are from real-life locations that are frequently appearing in my videos here. And no spoiler, but the game is available for free on Steam, made with heart. The link is in the description, go and check it out. See you guys later and good luck!